everyone, and welcome to my Scrap Fast 15-minute challenge. I'm really excited about this one because I'm going to be challenging myself to create more than one spread in 15 minutes. Now, these spreads are not going to have any kind of journaling because the photos I have here, I don't think I'm going to get to all three, but at least two of them. And as you can see, this one's all about like the Super Bowl, so I don't have any journaling about that. I'm not a fan of the Super Bowl or football, let's say, but I do love the halftime, so I usually wait for the halftime. And this year was amazing, so I wanted to document it. I also have two photos of it snowing in Georgia, so I wanted to document either one, and we'll see which one we get to. But I really wanted to share this with you guys. If you don't know about my 15-minute challenge, I will link the playlist here in this video, but it's all about scrapping fast, not overthinking it, and just having fun. With these layouts, I will not be like doing something crazy. I think I want to stick to my stamps. I love using my stamps. I think they're the perfect embellishment. You can fussy cut them out, add them, do a background, title, whatever the case is. I think stamps are your friends. So I might be sticking to my stamps and maybe a little bit of embellishments. Let's see how long it will take me to, get these spreads done. But I only have 15 minutes. So anyways, but these are the stamps I'm going to be using for my spreads. I have this old favorite stamp set from Studio Calico. It's a beautiful alpha. I will be using these two, actually are new releases from Studio Calico. And I'm thinking they might work to document like the snow days. I'm not sure. I'm going to just keep it here and see if I end up using it or not. I love this one. This is a new one. I am a huge fan of number stamps. And I, for some reason, want to use that for the Super Bowl, kind of like a 1, 2, 3 kind of thing. So that's why I grabbed a number stamp. And this next one is from Feed Your Craft. And this is the Get Cozy stamp set. I believe the stamp set is sold out. It's all about snow and winter and things like that. So it's perfect to kind of document, my snow photos. I recommend this all the time. I never kind of decide what I'm going to create, or I don't plan out anything. I never sketch a layout ever. I just go with the flow, but I do know my products or my supplies. So I usually go through them beforehand before I start, especially when I do my 15-minute challenge, just to see if I find something that will help the process go by faster and not have to rummage through my own supplies. So basically, I just grabbed these stamps, grabbed my photos. I'm going to go through my traveler's notebook and figure out what pattern would work with which photo. And just kind of create and not worry about it. But I don't think I'm going to be adding any like papers or, patterns or anything like that. My traveler's notebook already has some really pretty patterns. That's so pretty. That looks really cool with my snow photo. But I know I want something simpler just because I know I want to use that stamp set from Feed Your Craft. So I have to look for something simple. That one's pretty too. Be good, do good. But the be good, do good doesn't, go with my photo, my snow photo. Oh, I like this one too. That looks cool. And that actually looks cool with my halftime photo here. Just me having my popcorn and watching the halftime. I like this. And it has that feel where I can probably stamp the 1, 2, 3s. I don't know if those numbers are going to fit or are they too big. But I like this. I think I'm going to use this pattern for my Super Bowl photo. And let's find something for the rest of my photos here. That's if I, get to them. I like this simple black and white, pop of red. I like this one a lot. I might go with that. Let's see if we find anything else. Oh, that's so pretty with this one. What? That's so cute. I can even like trim this out and like slide my photo in it. What? That's adorable. I might go with that. Oh, and that. And she's wearing her yellow leggings. That's my niece, by the way, and she's so adorable. that one would work as well. I don't know if I'm going to get to this picture, but if I do get to it, it might be this pattern or those butterflies. Those are really pretty. So it could be either one. So let's just keep it. We'll see if we get to it and just start. I think I'm going to go ahead and start with my Super Bowl photo here, because I think I can get that done really quickly, just because I know I want to stamp the 1, 2, 3, maybe stamp Super Bowl or something. So anyways, I'm going to grab my timer and start working on this spread and see how that turns out. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and start my timer. I'm going to set it to 15 minutes, and I'm going to start by stamping my 1, 2, 3. I had this vision of stamping 1, 2, 3 and adding maybe Super Bowl or halftime. So I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to question it. These numbers are so bold and beautiful. Once I stamped that 1, I was like, wow, that's big. And I thought, like, if I stamped my 2 a little bit further out, I would give myself some space. I don't know why I was stuck on stamping them in the circles. It's kind of ridiculous because honestly, because I was trying not to get like in the camera, like I didn't want my head in the shot, I didn't get it properly straight. And I stamped it kind of offish, so I stamped it closer to my little yellow circle. And because these numbers are so big, when I stamp my 3, the 2 and 3 end up being pretty close. And I end up stamping my 2 and 3 not on a straight line. Not a big deal. You guys know me. I don't like focus on things like this. And this 15-minute challenge is all about just creating and having fun and not looking at the details. And plus this layout is really a vertical layout. So when I flip it back, you won't really notice the 1, 2, 3 being off, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to keep it as is. I love the boldness of the numbers. I think they are perfect to keep your spread simple, but it adds that boldness. So it kind of looks like you actually put effort while creating the layout, if that makes sense. But I'm loving it so far. I'm also going to be stamping using those Studio Calico alphas. This is a very, very old alpha. I don't believe it's available at all. I don't even think it's available digitally, but it's a beautiful alpha. It's one of my favorites. So I'm going to use it to stamp Super Bowl. And you can see here I got my spread dirty with my inky fingers. And I'm going to use my little mono eraser. I love this eraser. It will remove like ink stains pretty quickly if you catch it pretty quickly. But I think once it dries into your spread, it's harder to remove. It will kind of remove a little bit of your paper, if that makes sense, because it's kind of like sandy on the opposite side or rough. But I don't mind that. And when I catch it, if I catch like me getting my spread dirty, I will use it right away. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stamp Super Bowl. And another thing I love about these stamps that they're really tall and thin. So in a small space, they're perfect. I could have used larger alphas. I think I had the space. I was kind of worried I wouldn't have space. And that's why I stuck to my alpha stamps. But I could have definitely probably went with something bolder. But I like that kind of boldness of the numbers with the softness of the letters. I think it looks pretty cool. Now you can see that in real time, I'm not pretty fast at I'm fast at stamping, but not that fast. I get asked a lot, how do you stamp so quickly? And it's just because my videos are sped up and it looks like I'm stamping really fast. But honestly, you know, I just stamp like normal. I don't rush it. I take my time when I'm stamping. And even when I take my time, as you can see, I don't always stamp in a straight line like my 1, 2, 3. Anyways, I am almost done stamping Super Bowl. And I thought, you know what? I need some texture. This is really, really flat. So I'm going to use my puffy stickers. I always recommend using your puffy stickers to add texture and color. It's an easy way to add those little things to your spread and not think too hard about it, if that makes sense. I just feel like they're just easy to use, especially that, most of them are just simple shapes like circles and hearts and squares and things like that. So they're pretty easy to add to any spread and you don't have to think hard about it. Like right now, I just used that circle puffy sticker and it just goes well with my circles and it adds a little pinch of yellow and texture. I even go back in because I'm thinking it would look nice to add some dots in between my numbers, even though my 2 and 3 are too close. But it's okay. I'm just going to go with it. And I think actually adding the dots really helped make that 2 and 3 look further than they really are, if that makes sense. So I just go with it. I add my little dots. Both puffy sticker sheets that I just used are from Feed Your Craft. I love Feed Your Craft's puffy stickers, and I always, every time I make a purchase, I always purchase more because I'm a huge puffy sticker lover. Okay, so I am done with my first spread and I still have time to work on a second. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to my third photo, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm going to document my snow photo and I will be using Feed Your Craft's Get Cozy stamp set. I think it's a perfect stamp set to document winter and snow. Now, I love stamping directly on my photos, so I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. And I accidentally start with some black ink, my scrapbook.com ink, and I prefer to use archival ink when stamping on my photos. It holds better, it dries faster, so that's okay. I just went ahead and grabbed my archival, and I forgot to curve my stamp. I like curving my stamp around heads and hands and things like that, so I end up cleaning it off and then curving my stamp. And this is not going to ruin your stamps. I do it all the time. Once you're done stamping and you remove it off your stamp block, it goes back to how it was. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp Let's Let It Snow right around my head. And then I'm going to grab a snowflake and add that right above my little title here. I think it looked pretty cool, really cute. I love using stamps, you guys. I always say this, like stamps are a great embellishment. You don't really lose money when you purchase stamps because they last forever. You never run out. You can stamp them as much as you want, clean them off, add them back into your stash. And I just adore stamps. I think you can do so much with stamps. And you can see I basically stuck to my stamp sets in both spreads and they turned out really cool. I didn't end up adding a lot of, embellishments and things like that. But anyways, I love how it looks. So I went ahead and stuck down my photo. And now I want to work on the left side. Now my issue with the left side, I wanted to stamp a little title. I think I wanted to stamp winter or something like that. But I felt like it wouldn't pop off the spread with the polka dots in the background. So I thought I'll back it up with something. So what I end up doing is going through my 3x4 cards. I didn't want to take too long, so I just grabbed whatever card I found first that I thought would match with my spread. And I found this one with the gray strip. So what I thought I would do was flip it over and I can trim it down to fit my title and just stamp I think I end up stamping winter and something else, I can't remember. But I end up stamping those two on my card, trimming down my card and just creating little stamped embellishments to add some layers. And you're going to see, I mean, I liked it and I didn't. I think I was just thinking way too hard about not stamping it on my polka dots, which I think now when I think about it, it's like maybe I should have just stamped it on my pattern paper and just called it done, and maybe stamped a few stamps on some white cardstock and created like a little cluster of something. But it's okay. I still like how it looks. I think if I had more time, I would have layered better, but you're going to see in a bit. Anyways, this is where I was done stamping on the card, and I thought to add a little texture, I would stamp this little circle stamp off my card and stamp it on some white cardstock. Now, I was thinking I could add this little circle stamp. I could add a foam sticker and have some texture, but I think because the timer, I was like really tight on time, and I thought I don't have time to go rummaging through my stuff, or maybe I just forgot about it. I don't remember. But in the end, I end up not using any foam tape on my little circle, and I could have just easily stamped it on my card. I don't know. It was crazy. Anyways, I'm going to trim down my card. I'm going to use my circle punch to punch out that circle, and then I'm going to end up adding both to my spread. Now, by the way, that little piece that I trimmed off had like the gray polka dots on the back. So I end up actually using that as well to layer my photo. I always recommend this. Don't throw your stuff away. You can use your trimmed off piece of paper as a layer to back up whatever you stamped or whatever you're adding to your spread. It's just a great way to use up our stash. And you can see here, I grabbed that piece and I thought it would look good to kind of add to the background. I'll also grab a doily because I always feel like doilies soften your layers and they add a different type of texture to your layers. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. I love these mini doilies. I have two different brands. I think this one I got from Amazon. If I find it, I will link it in the description box. And another one that I always use was sent to me by a wonderful subscriber, and it was sent to me from overseas, so I don't believe that brand exists in the US. But anyways, I'll link this one. I think this one's from Amazon. And I'm going to go ahead and layer my little title card. And this is what I mean. Once I layered everything, I just felt like my title was kind of off. It didn't have anything right above winter, and it didn't have anything underneath my little circle. So this is kind of where I decide I need to add some puffy stickers to add texture, to add color to my little title card. And, I only have like 1 minute left, so I'm really tight on time. So now you can see me kind of rushing. I'm just like, you know what, just go for it. Stick everything down, grab your puffy stickers, and add whatever you can within the 40 seconds you have left. And again, this is why I love puffy stickers, because when you're tight on time, just adding a few red puffy hearts made a huge difference on my title. And now I have 18 seconds left. So I'm thinking I still have a few seconds left. So I go through my little label drawer, and right off the bat, I found this red banner. So I end up adding that right underneath my circle and call it done. Okay, guys, my time's up. Let's see. My thoughts on this. So I was able to do two, but I feel like I totally rushed this one and I could have done more. I don't know. I'm not in love with the card. It's okay. Maybe this needs to slide down a bit. I don't know. It's just, I envisioned something else and it turned out to be totally different. But again, I always say this, really, who cares? I mean, I would have totally kind of roughed this up a little bit, which I will do now, just to make it more, I don't know, tear it a little or something. Just felt like if I stamped on the black and white polka dots, my pattern, you wouldn't see the stamping and it just wouldn't look right for some reason. I don't know. I was worried about that. And then I thought maybe I should stamp it on some white cardstock, fussy cut it out, but that would take some time. So you know what? It's okay. I still like it. Just trying to roughen this up and make it look more layered. What do you guys think? Maybe I should add something. I don't know. I like how this one turned out. The only thing I don't like about this is I wish I didn't stamp my 3 so close to the 2. But again, it's a layout. It's not a big deal. If I had the time, I would have definitely stamped around my bowl, which I'll probably go back and do, which is fine. The 15-minute challenge is just to challenge you to work faster and not worry about every little detail and just have fun and create and document those photos. And I think I accomplished that with these 2 spreads. I was able to document the winter. This is, by the way, too long and it's going to keep bumping into there, so I might have to cut that off. Again, things that you can do even when your timer is, stops and your time is over, you can still have fun. Add, remove, change up, whatever you want, but just don't overthink it and just create and document those photos. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.